Hey everybody, today is the day that I go to sing in Train Station Mall, and I'm very, 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 very nervous. Kind of would rather throw up. So I'm just gonna try to pretend that I'm on Glee or something. I don't know, but I'm very terrified. I have to say that this is somehow worse than the hugs, and it is also somehow worse than falling. In fact, falling seems to be like the opposite of hard compared to this. And JW and I have kind of theorized that maybe my total anxiety about this whole thing has to do with a kind of judgment of me. So I think part of what we're getting into here is a kind of focus on a person and less on an act, and I'm terrified. So we'll see what happens, how deeply I chicken out at Train Station Market, and hopefully the security guards won't ask us to leave, which seems to be the theme of my fears. But best case scenario, maybe somebody claps or sings along or doesn't laugh. That would be great. So we'll see. Terrified, April, out. Hey, I'm getting ready to make my singing debut in Taichung, and I'm in basically, I guess, like an underground travel, and I basically want to throw up, but I'm going to do it anyway. So let's see how this goes. So Siren Song works, and it works not just for men, but also for women. And out of the most terrifying experience of this whole thing came a lot of really great things. And actually, I think probably the most thrilling experience that I've had so far. I think there are some experiences that you have that are kind of life-changing, and it sounds cliche, and it sounds bizarre and unreal and untrue, but honestly, today has been a day of some of the most incredible things ever. When I went to sing, some mishaps came upon us, which you'll find out about later, that really kind of put even more nerves and stress on both JW and I. And when I got to the place that we were shooting, it was absolutely terrifying, just absolutely terrifying. And I had such rat brain all day long that I was forgetting things that I was going to do and where I was supposed to be. So thank God JW was there. And also, we decided not to shoot in the actual mall part. We shot in this kind of an underground tunnel thing, which shout out to Isak, one of my students who told us where to go, and it really worked out. It was great, as you saw. But one of the things that happened while I was singing was, one, I was terrified, and there were moments where my voice just, of course, completely doesn't work. But it's because I'm terrified. But I refused to close my eyes because I felt like it would be cheating. And when I didn't close my eyes, I just kept singing. And eventually I was able to start looking at people. And what I realized was there were people that were stopping to watch me. And I made eye contact with a few. But there was this one guy and this one girl. And they watched me sing. And the guy gave me a thumbs up before he went on his way. And the girl stayed and watched the whole time. And you can see her on the video. And she, of course, came over to me after I was finished to tell me what a good job I had done, and in English. So it was a real effort to make connection and communication with me to, I think, reassure me that she appreciated what I had done. And two, I think to kind of make that connection with somebody that she had spent this much time with in her life. And while I was talking to her, the guy who had given me a thumbs up came back with his friend and again smiled at me and gave me another thumbs up. So I think this was a great success. And despite being terrifying, and if you look at the video, you can see I kind of almost throw up a couple of times. It was really great. It made me feel like no matter how terrified I was, I did it. So it was just great. It was thrilling, and I felt very powerful afterwards. I am woman, hear me roar, I guess. But one of the things that came out of this too was that today, as I was terrified, I needed to practice, and I was going to sing Call Me Maybe, but just no. So I ended up practicing it with some of the seniors at the school I teach at, and they were just as terrified as I was, even though we were in a classroom. It's not that frightening for them, but you will see some making of footage later, and there's a small preview clip at the end of this video, so hopefully you'll enjoy that. And Siren Song, total success. It works. It totally works. Not just a myth or a story. Thanks for watching.
Doesn't look right at you, baby, but here's my number, so call me maybe. Hey, I just met you.